Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Games and Things, billiards accessories, pub tables and chairs like those we have on the set, dart accessories, classic video games, the big upright panel games that you used to play as a kid, great home theater seats, and they're getting ready for their 39th anniversary sale. The company's been there for a long time. Companies don't last that long unless they are really good companies with good people and good options and good prices, and they've got all that at Games and Things. Get out and see them or check out ourgameroom.com today. All right, time for our extremely quick slant segment, and I will start down at that end with David Ubben. David, you got 45 seconds-ish.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit on this show about the inconsistency that marked year one, the sort of up-down frustration that you have in Auburn and a Kentucky win, and then you'd have a really uninspiring game against a lower-level team, and then obviously the two losses to end the season. Tennessee now, if you look at the last 3 weeks, they've put 3 consecutive games on tape that they can feel good about. The Mississippi State win, you compete against Alabama, and then you play a dominant second half against South Carolina. That looks a lot like progress to me. That's something we did not see in year one. And if you look big picture on the season, really, besides Georgia State and Florida, they haven't played any games all season that you really should be embarrassed about. And last year, it was every other game. You're like, what is this team doing? And so, you're sitting here with 4 games left. You got 2 games that you really don't feel good about. That's a pretty good ratio.
All right, very good. Josh Ward, where are you going?
Yeah, I agree with all that that David just said. Think about this. Tennessee has 2 SEC wins at home this season. The previous 2 seasons, Tennessee had 1 SEC win at home against Kentucky last year, none the year before. I mean, think about that. You know what's going on as a Tennessee fan. So last week we talked about Tennessee needs to win the South Carolina game, and it did. And Tennessee needs to keep it going. If Tennessee has a bad performance against UAB, loses to Kentucky, obviously it would be disappointing. But there are real signs, I think, that Tennessee can finish strong this season with the line of scrimmage play, quarterbacks, locker room staying together, coaches and players connecting better. It's a real positive sign moving into the Final 4 games.
That's something we talked about in the offseason as well. For all the talk of beating Florida and Georgia and Alabama, you might want to start with the Kentuckys and the South Carolinas and the Missouris and the Mississippi States. You're starting to take care of that.
Yep.
So that's a positive. Will Overstreet, quick slant.
Quick slant, pass rush, baby. Pass rush. That's all you need to say.
Happy with the pass rush. All right, Will Overstreet, very good. I'll give you one, and it ties into that a little bit. Bad quarterbacks. Look, Tennessee has played 3 really good quarterbacks. Kyle Trask has looked really good at times, and he looked good against you. You didn't have much chance. Fromm took advantage of you in the second half. Tua, for a quarter, if he plays that whole game, that might be a different story. But against bad quarterbacks, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Alabama's backup for those last 3 quarters, Tennessee took care of business. The good thing, you're not going to be scared by Kentucky's quarterback situation. You're not going to be scared by Vanderbilt's quarterback situation. Missouri, the way Derek Dooley has Kelly Bryant playing and the way he's looked after he got his knee hit, I don't know that you got to worry about Kelly Bryant now. So if you're looking at it in the SEC and saying, ooh, how many good quarterbacks do we face? Not many. Doesn't guarantee wins. Watch somebody light them up for 300. But on paper, you should be away from most of the scary-to-death quarterbacks, especially the way Kelly Bryant is playing for Derek Dooley.
Kyle Shermer's gone. That's good news, right?
That is good. Yes, after he owned them for 3 years. All right, when we come back, would it be an upset if Tennessee doesn't win 3 out of 4? I saw that yesterday. Is that a fair reaction or is that an overreaction? We'll discuss. Come on back on the Sports Source.